Hey, happy Sunday. How are you today? I'm going to put a link about produce associations since the PMA, virtual PMA is coming up. We'll talk about produce associations. I've said this many times in the past, but maybe it's time to say it again. I think produce associations, whether it's United or the PMA, which maybe they should think about um, joining together, have one association. But I think them just promoting us to each other is a failed policy, and the only way for all of us to benefit is to go right after consumers, educate consumers on and get the consumption up because more consumption helps all of us. Um, Again, you don't have to tell produce guys about produce guys. We already know the real big shift will be when consumers, get consumers involved. Let consumers know what we know. We know when we're going to take home the cherries, and we're going to wait for the Bings and probably not eat the Lamberts, and wait for the right nectarines, or wait for this time of year to buy melons. There's a lot of stuff the produce guys. I always wanted to open a fruit store called Only Outstanding. Basically, everything in the store was, when you ate it, it was delicious. Because that seems like it's a lost art. But anyway, getting back to the topic, uh, PMA, touting shippers and everything, and these BS news releases. Like it's like everybody wants to be in the news every day. Put consumers in the news. That'll help all of us. Consumption, 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 consumption. We increase consumption, and we win. And we have the perfect vehicle right now because with this virus, consumption has increased. So we have to capitalize on it, and we have to keep that ball rolling. So again, PMA, United, you want to make this industry better, advocate for our industry and advocate uh, to get consumers uh, eating more produce. That's it. Educate consumers, and you can do this at every level. If you read the Produce Manifesto, I say it. You could do it at the store level. You could do it at every level. Yeah, the right produce manager can educate your consumers. You get the consumers excited about buying produce. I had a neighbor. She was so excited that she knew what jackfruit was because she was my neighbor. So I used to, bring home all this weird stuff, that they've never seen before. So she was like, I was the only person that knew about jackfruit. Okay, so that's the kind of enthusiasm we have to bring to the produce business. Another thing I was thinking about, remember when I said that this virus is going to change the landscape? Well, I read a few articles this week about different companies that they're going to, the box program is ending, but people are going to keep on delivering these boxes to consumers. And these are retail customers. These are consumers that are just going to stay with that program, whether they're staying with that program because they still don't feel comfortable going out, or they found a better way, to do it. We all buy on Amazon. You buy the stuff and it gets delivered to your door. So maybe they like the fruit. And I always said if those people doing these programs gave them nothing to complain about, gave them the right kind of stuff, gave them a fair price, a good value, that it was going to definitely take away from the retail. Now, retail's not going to feel it right now because consumption is up so much, and profits are up so much because crooks don't even want to give any bargains to consumers. But that's a different story. And but it's going to change one day, and I'll give you this story. When I bought my second house, I was doing renovations and everything, and I'm not a handy guy. I tell people I'm very handy. Hand me the phone, I call somebody. But so I went to Home Depot. Home Depot was a big, and I used to go into this Home Depot, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was always trying to find help, and there was never help. And I said to my son at the time, this company, one day, people are not going to be doing this, and they're going to realize that they're not helping the consumer, and they're going to go down. Well, if you go into Home Depot today, there's about 15 people asking you if you need help, and they help you. And they learn that valuable lesson. You help the consumer. I got off track here. I'm sorry, talking about Home Depot. Okay, back to the PMA. Virtual PMA. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I paid my dues today, and I'm going to try virtually. And contrary to popular belief, I'm not a very tech savvy guy, because I'm sure I'll get lost somewhere. But anybody wants to look me up, the real reason for me being the PMA, I really want to promote a few deals. One is my Atufo mango deal. I will have 15 loads a week of the bigger sizes, and I would like to promote them to maybe get involved with people that I haven't been in the past, because 15 loads a week is a little even challenging for me. So I'd like to get a few people on board. The avocado program, the ink is almost dried on that, and we start out with 3 loads a week, and we go to 10 loads a week pretty rapidly. And the kabocha deal, that's not a very big deal. It's 20 to 40 loads, which I tell you the truth, my regular business, I can handle that without a problem. And then we also have a red pepper program out of Mexico. So in addition to the deals I already sell, we're going to add another deal. And I would like to see some new faces, new customers. I would love to have these mangoes are going to cross in McAllen or in El Paso, Texas. So HEB, if you're listening, it's a very short ride, and we save a lot of freight. And I love Texas, and I love HEB, so there's one. But we got Walmart. Of course, I'm going to get off the subject, so here we go again. Getting the independence. I always talk about independence and pricing and everything. And I can tell you one thing: if there was independence here in Texas, you probably couldn't get away with these prices. But I also have to clarify that H-E-B and Walmart, by and large, have great prices. So I really can't compare that. But what I miss about this COVID virus is I really don't get a chance to travel the country, and I always went to Independence, and I went to big chain stores, and I see the price disparages, and I see what operators are moving stuff and what I don't. And this is I've mentioned it much before. I have no life. I have a life. I have no hobbies. Produce has been my hobby, my mistress, my lover for all these years. So, but that's one of the things I miss about traveling, not visiting Independence, because Independence, again, they sell stuff with the natural ebb and flows of supply and demand. But they don't have, in Texas, it's H-E-B and Walmart, and we have a Sprouts close by. And there's very few independents, so those guys really, they have it locked up. And again, H-E-B is great, and Walmart, if they ever really, they're halfway there on their displays. They have to go all the way. But that's it. They're a lot better than they used to be. So I guess that's why they're doing so much business. Okay, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about some markets. Okay, I have some good news. Red pepper market's been in the dogs lately, and that's basically based on this, on 11-pound red peppers, being $5 to $7 FOB for the last couple of weeks. And even with no volume on the La Rouge variety or elongated variety, that market, the 11-pound market really took any wind out of the sails of the elongated. So even with the low volume, it was hard to get the prices up. I could say at this point in time that the 11-pounders have come off that $5, and they're ranging towards 10, even some over 10, and that should help the market. There is not an overabundance of 11-pound. LaRouche variety, but there's enough. We're in the beginning of the month, so demand should be. I had a pretty good day today. Had a couple of loads I didn't expect, and they went pretty fast. So I think that market at the terminal level, it's been $16 to $18. I think 18 to 20 is really probably the right call because the market generally was 12 to 14. So and towards the end of the week there was more 14 than 12. So I think that market could be there this week. Who knows? Terminals have been overrun on the cheap side for the last few weeks on red and even on yellow peppers. Made no sense, but it happens sometimes. Cucumbers are basically $16 to $20 FOB, depending on what brand and who you're buying them from. I think that market's it's about right. Demand is pretty decent, so call that market $30 on Super Cukes. Green squash, it started out high. I see a little bit more volume. The only thing is the trucks and freight, and freight is high, so it's an expensive item, but I think it's topped out. And I hate that when that squash market is in the $18 to $20 range. I hate it. I hate anything over $16 on Mexican squash, unless there was big weather factors. I think that market has more downside than upside. It's my opinion. I don't really get involved in the Nogales deal probably until late October or definitely in November. That's when I feel like all the local stuff is cleaned up, and that's when I reel. But if you need anything in Nogales, we have our office is set up. It's ready to go, and we have people there. If you need any kind of services, we got you covered. And that's it. Roma tomatoes, they look like they were coming off. There's a big range in quality, especially here in Texas for sure. You could buy Roma tomatoes anywhere from $10 to $16. $10 gets you $10 Romas, and 12 to 14 think gets you the right kind of Romas, and 16 you're getting robbed. We'll add more and more items as the week goes on, the season goes along, and that's it this week. And remember, look me up at the PMA. If I could help you with mangoes, kabocha squash, avocados, I am very customer friendly. I love everybody to make money. Me too. So, I live by my word, and if I tell you it's going to be there, it's going to be there. So that's it. Love you. Love the produce business. Take care. Be safe. God bless America. Have a great day. Bye.